Yo, how's it going, everybody? Chadley here, and in today's Cyberpunk video, I'm going to be teaching you guys 6 advanced tips and tricks that I've learned here along my way through Night City. So I put out a 10 things I wish I knew before I started playing Cyberpunk, so that was definitely geared towards the start of the game. This stuff is definitely going to help you a little bit later on as you go through your playthroughs, and it has overall just helped me a ton. So if you are new to the game, make sure you go check out that video as well. But hopefully you guys do learn something here. You guys might know some of these tricks already if you're super invested into the game. But otherwise, let's go ahead and jump right into these tips. So the first tip is actually one of my favorite tips. This has helped me so much, especially when I get stranded somewhere, or in general, I just really do not like driving in this game. Normally I'll just fast travel and then run somewhere. And that is how to get basically unlimited sprint. So as you can see, as I start sprinting here, obviously our stamina bar is going down. But one thing I can do to get rid of that is do some double jumps. So as we are falling, we're actually going to start recharging stamina. And it actually recharges faster than you deplete it. So you actually are gaining stamina by sprinting. So if there's ever a time that you do not have a car and you really need to get somewhere, or just in general really need to be sprinting, this is a fantastic way to be moving around. I highly suggest that you guys are always doing this, especially if you're doing any sort of melee build. If you need to close the gap between groups of enemies, you guys know how precious stamina is with melee. So this is a fantastic way of actually regenning some stamina while still making ground towards your enemies. So our second tip of this video is that vendors have select stock. So each vendor is going to sell different items. So say you're trying to farm for a certain weapon with certain stats, you're going to need to go to a specific vendor to do this. You guys can just look up like Cyberpunk vendor inventory on Google and it will show up right away. I'll also have a link for it in the description down below. But just for example, if you guys really want to farm an Overture, if you guys are doing any sort of like stealth pistol builds, all you got to do is head over to this guy here in the middle of like Santo Domingo down here, kind of by the stadium or the mall, whichever one that is. Yeah, there's a little weapon shop here. And if we talk to him, he is going to be selling us our Overtures. So as we can see, we can just be able to farm this guy for all of our different Overtures. And this transitions us perfectly into tip number 3, and that is you can refresh your vendor's stock by waiting. So as we can see, when we talked to him, we had that physical damage Overture in here, right around like 1500 DPS. But in case that's not the one that we wanted, we can go ahead and open up our menu and skip time. Normally I just skip 24 hours. It just involves one click backwards there. And then all we got to do is go up to talk to our vendor again, and he's going to have a completely different stock for us. So we have a thermal Overture here, and we can just keep doing this over and over and over until we get the exact weapon you want, because these are very pricey. As we can see, this Overture is $140,000, and you guys do not want to be wasting your money. So this is just a fantastic way of farming your perfect gear. So our fourth tip for today's video is going to revolve around getting rid of the cops super quickly. Say you're driving around, accidentally hit somebody, and then now you got cops spawning on you, trying to kill you, or you accidentally aim at somebody when you're in the middle of a fight and they're after you. There's a ton of different reasons why you're going to want to get rid of the cops, and normally they're kind of a pain in the ass to get rid of. But there's actually a super easy way, and all you got to do is go into a shop and sneak. So real quick, if I get the cops on me here, let me get a few of them. We got 3 stars right now. I'm just going to run over to this gun shop, and all I got to do is enter and crouch back here, and already the cops are gone. We're no longer in combat. We can walk out, and everybody is gone. It is just a super, super quick way of getting rid of them. Now, I've actually been testing this before, and I was like testing it by getting the cops called like when I'm shooting from right here, and I've actually had them spawn in the shop with me and they still go away. I went behind this little wall and the cop was like right here, and I just crouched and he just stopped doing everything and the combat went away, and then eventually just despawned. It seriously is a fantastic way of just losing a very annoying mechanic in this game. All right, so tip number 5 is probably an obvious one to some of you guys, but there's actually quite a few people out there who have never noticed this, even through hours upon hours into their playthrough. And I just wanted to make sure everybody knows that this is a thing, and that is the Ripper Docs actually have a trading inventory. So when you open up a Ripper Doc, it goes straight to here. A lot of people never even notice the trading tab up at top. So this is actually where you're going to get your respecs, and you can also get different cyberware mods and blueprints and also quick hacks. So if you guys have not known that this is a thing, I definitely want to throw this in for you guys, because this is something that helps a ton, especially when you guys are probably going to make a mistake with your skill trees. This is where you're going to go to respec. So for our sixth and final tip of today's video, and that is how to get free components. So if you guys are doing any sort of crafting, this is going to be incredibly useful to you, because you also need the crafting skill tree to be able to do this. So if we take a peek here in our skill tree, we're going to need cost optimization. That's going to reduce the component cost of crafting. And also we're going to need mechanics, so we gain more components while disassembling. And then also an added bonus would be workshop, because we have a chance to get more components of the rarity that we disassemble. So this is a huge bonus. But what we're going to need to actually do this are the different healing items. So the max stocks and then also like the bounce backs are going to be huge. So basically, if you guys want the epic rarity components, you guys are going to need to be crafting these, because as we can see, we only need common and uncommons, but we're going to gain rares and epics out of dismantling these. So this is a little bit of a loss in terms of common and uncommons. But in case you guys do this a lot and you need more common and uncommons, what you can do is craft the bounce back mark ones. So these are only going to cost 3 commons and 1 uncommon, and we're actually going to get more of these 2 components back when we disassemble it. So if we take a look at the components that we gained for disassembling these with the epic max stock, we're going to gain a bunch of uncommons and commons. Also some rares are going to be thrown in there, and then most importantly, the epics. So we're going to get 1 epic crafting and then 3 epic upgrades in there, which is huge. And then obviously with the bounce back, we're going to get 6 of the commons and 3 of the uncommons back. So this is just a huge boost to our components, and normally it can get very pricey, especially if you try to like buy the components. This is going to save you guys a ton of money and a ton of time. But yeah guys, that's our 6 advanced tips and tricks to help you guys along through your way in Night City here in Cyberpunk. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. There is a ton of new subscribers, so if you are one of them, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to have a bunch more Cyberpunk content coming very, very soon, so stay tuned. So if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you are subscribed for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a thumbs up on it if you did. Also consider heading over to our Twitch. We stream basically every single night right around 8 p.m. Eastern. I would love to see more of you guys over there. But I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. See ya.